me is what are the steps for a personal injury lawsuit and how much does a personal injury lawyer cost? Well, the steps, it depends on the type of case. If it's auto accident, if it's premise liability, um, but the first thing is we need to have documentation. We need to have an incident report from either a police officer or from it could be either at a store. It could be the manager. They have to fill out an incident report, or we need to have some sort of record that the incident actually happened, and then we have to have injuries because hence the word personal injury. We need to have an injury. A lot of people they call and they just have property damage, which is fine, but if there's no injury, there's no lawsuit as far as no settlement for that purpose. And then we need documentation that you went to a doctor, you went to the hospital, you went all the different places you went to, because that helps build the record. Because the insurance company doesn't know you; they only know you what's on paper. So if you don't treat or if nothing happens, your case actually dwindles quite a bit. So that's kind of how that process goes. As far as and then once we get all the medical records, we have Ashley. She does a lot of demands, and we have Tanya. She does the management, and my wife Maria as well. They all work together to kind of paint the picture. It's like an artist putting together a portrait, and everybody's painting at a different stroke, but eventually it's going to be a beautiful picture at the end. And if the insurance company doesn't want to pay, and we can't get them to move, and then we'll file suit. So that's a whole other conversation once we get to that point. As far as cost, it's Florida Bar pretty much sets it. It's 33 and a third percent plus any cost. If you don't file suit, and then it goes to 40. That's across the board. That's majority what every attorney contract says. But it's contingency fee, meaning that you don't pay unless we actually win. So that's kind of how that works. It's kind of a good conversation. I don't have to charge people when they get here, but they do. But I do. My income is directly related to the amount of money we get them. So it's in our best interest to get as much money as possible for our clients for their injuries, and for their families. So that's kind of a very broad view from how a personal injury case is structured and how we get paid.